Hi, Vijay. So today let us continue from the last review. We did chapter 2 we completed. So in the chapter 3 we have the testing and iteration. So in the testing what we have is manual testing. Queries are run directly. You observe the behavior. Then there is scripted testing, Claude code, automated test cases for repeatable validation across channels. And third one is the API. So these are the three testing that can be done on the skills that you create. So there is a pro tip. Iterate on a single task before expanding. So it means that until and unless you have completed one task, one goal for that particular skill, you need to iterate, to repeat, have changes, the exact response that you want. So yeah, what are the recommended testing methods? Triggering testers. Goal is that your skill loads at the right times. Triggers on the obvious task, triggers on the powerful focus, does not trigger unrelated topics. For example, is a full trigger help you set up a new project or workspace and they create project in a project or initialize a project. So these are some of the test suite priority. When this test cases should trigger, when this will not trigger. Functional test. Verify the skill produces correct output. That's a valid output API for error handlings. Examples is test given when. This is example of how we write in a project when you work on project. So we write a test case given that when I am completing this task, then this would happen. So this is the heading of this task. Heading. Or you can say goal. What is the test? Test is a create project of 5 tasks. So what is given? Given is a project name, future planning, type task description. When it is being done, then skill execute working. Then what should happen? Then it should happen the project created in a project of 5 tasks. What will all tasks linked to a project monitoring. So this is kind of a functional. This test is a functional kind of a test. You are checking the functionality of the particular task that you assign to the agent or the skills that were created. To the performance comparison. Performance is the while proves the skill improve result versus a baseline. We define a baseline or base criteria where from which the performance or the result should reference itself, match itself. So baseline comparison without a skill. User provides instruction each time, drifting back and forth messages, refill API goals. So it is saying that without a skill, what is happening? Without a skill is happening that user has to type in multiple times and again the agent response and again API scaling and everything. So this is a baseline. I mean baseline in the sense that when you have created a skill, you should create compare your skills testing approach to this performance. Whether my newly created skill is better than this or not. These let's say criteria. So with skills whatever. With skills automatic workflow is to clarifying questions around it and API is not failing and only 6 using the 6 skill creator skill. The skill creator skill available in Claude okay, via plugin directory or download control can help you build and update on skills. If you have an MCP server and know your top 2 3 workflows, you can build and test functional skill in a single setting of an document. So how do you create a skill? You create a skill, you review it, and you add it into it. So you generate a script from natural language description that we have already discussed. So do you properly formatted that formatted skill.md from that matter that we already. How do you review? You review line combinations like vague description, missing triggers, potential over or under triggering risk, suggest test cases based on the skills and you improve each time. So to use the skill creator skill to help me build a skill. The skill creator helps you design and refine skills but does not execute automated tests or produce quantitative analysis. iteration based on the feedback. Now this is on the feedback. Exact means use case that you do in the actual environment, and from that whatever the feedback you get, you change based on that. So these are some of the under triggering signals. Skill does not load when it's loaded. Usual users manually enabling it. Support questions about when to use it. Over triggering skills for irrelevant queries. Now these are some of the execution issues in consistently to API call from the solution for it. To improve instructions, add error handling. Testing part. Concept of what is the distribution and sharing. The distribution. Okay. How individual users get skills. So they can download the skills folder, they can zip the folder and upload to Claude setting capability and skills. So you see we already discussed the skills makes your MCP integration more complete. As users compare connectors, those with the skills offer a faster path to value, giving you an edge over MCP only alternative. So in sense, it is saying that rather than only creating an MCP, you provide a skill directory or a folder on how to use that MCP. And current distribution model January 2026. Organization level skill, administrative deploy skills, workspace, automatic updates, centralized learning. This is an open standard by an API. You can also use. Now based on the use case, then given the best practice, how you can use. If you want to end the user's interaction skill directly, you can interface this in the cloud code. Application using programmatically or scale convergent system, you need to go to API. Now I recommended approach today. Post on the GitHub, document in your MCP repo, or create an installation build. How you describe your skill determines whether your user understands its value or actually thrive. So it is saying focus on outcome, not features. Okay, I think we'll that in the chapter 5 in the next video. Okay, that's thank you.